I don't really think she should. All right, guys, one in the chat if you have a question. Just one in the chat if you have a question. Start with Ryan here, but guys, I think we got 10 people on. So one in the chat if you have a question, we'll go in order, and we'll go as long as we need to. We're up until 4. So Ryan, you're first.
Hey, dude, good to see you.
Hey.
So yeah, I'm making progress. We've got our next free 2-day virtual this weekend. So we generate on average about 800 leads per 2-day. I can make assumptions about it, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about what we should be doing, what you would be doing, calling people prior to the event. At the moment, we're just calling them, increase the show rate. You know, we're adding a few more coaching questions in to build rapport. So that's helped the show rate quite a lot. So we have a 25% show rate on a free. And then also post-event, I'd appreciate your suggestions on following up the attendee non-buyers and non-attendees. Thanks.
Okay, so there's 2 separate questions here. I mean, in terms of okay, and this is paid or non-paid challenge?
Non-paid.
Non-paid. So, in terms of like setters and what to do before the pitch, right? Well, what is your presumption? Because there's different ways to do it, and I'd just be curious what your thoughts are.
At the moment, we call people, we're trying to adopt your speed to lead philosophy when someone registers, so that, you know, they've got the lead. So we run ads 2 weeks out. We've tested the show rate from day 1 to day 14, and it's pretty much the same. There's no major drop off. So what we do now is, as soon as someone registers, we call them up and say, hey, want to make sure you got the links, all that kind of stuff. Most of them have forgotten about it already, which is wild. And then after a bit of a chat, they remember. We then say, you know, what's your intention for attending? What would you like to get out of it? And so we have a good 5 to 10 minute rapport question. I'm wondering and curious about whether it's feasible to maybe even set a call before the 2-day virtual for a salesperson, or would that kill the show rate?
To set the sales call, you said before the thing.
Yeah. So
yeah. So pre-nurture, right? There's a lot of different ways to do it, but yeah, you could just have your setters say be kind of like almost like customer service frame type of deal. Or what you could do is you could have them do that and kind of identify the super maybe in pocket individuals and see lightly if they're open to the higher level program, a conversation about the higher level program at that time, right? You may forgo that altogether, but it is possible. So for instance, you might say, hey, look, you go through their goals and their challenges and stuff, and you say, hey, look, like honestly, like the 2-day event coming up, definitely still go. It's amazing. You told me your goal was X, Y, and Z, and it's not going to be the magic bullet to get to, 7 figures in your business tomorrow, right? But you know that, right? It's stepping stone for sure. Definitely not a magic bullet. But look, company I work for, a person I work for has had a lot of clients in spaces just like yours. People are like blank, blank, and blank. And I'm more than happy to pair you up with one of the lead advisors and share with you some of the frameworks people like that have used to get result. And then, of course, if you're interested in some of our higher level stuff that we'll talk about at the challenge at the very, very end. But if you're interested in that, we could talk about that too, if you're open to it. So how does that sound? Okay, great. And then, so like you can do a thing at the end with that. So I guess it's 2 options. Number 1, you can do just customer service, make them show up. Number 2, you can do customer service. And then what you can do is actually pre-book them on meetings for after the event. And you can call it like the post event breakdown.